a great pleasure to see such wonderful souls seeking to go back to their true home, having had enough of this experience in physical, astral and causal worlds. I mentioned to you yesterday, today I will tell you how to go beyond the mind. Actually, that's not a very accurate statement. You cannot go beyond the mind, period. But you can be pulled to a situation, to a place, to a being, a state of being which is beyond the mind. When we look at the faculties we have and the experiences we have in this world, we find we try to struggle and make an effort for everything. There's nothing we feel can come by itself, except one thing. You fall in love with somebody, or somebody fall in love with you, you have made no effort. Love has never taken any effort. If you try to make an effort, if you feel love goes away. If you think too much about love, love goes away. But love is something that pulls you without effort. That's the very way we go beyond the mind. Something beyond the mind must pull us so that we can go beyond. Effort will not do anything. Love will. Love is very powerful. It's the most powerful factor. Sometimes people say, God is love. Our true reality is love, which is true. If you were to examine consciousness in its pure state, it's nothing but love. And that is why it's a very appropriate saying, God is love. Where is God? Within us. Where? Beyond our mind. God can pull us. But we don't meet God as God at all. For all intents and purposes, we see the creation of God. We see the manifestation of God in all of us, in everything, in trees, even in the microphone, even in the glass of water. If God or consciousness, totality of consciousness, were not there, we wouldn't be conscious of anything, nor aware of anything. This whole creation would disappear. So that is why we do not see God, we see the manifestation of God. God can manifest in many ways. In ways so that we can fulfill our spirit of adventure for which we came into these different levels of consciousness. We did not come here to settle down. No way. The spirit and soul has never sought to settle down anywhere else except its true home. But spirit, like mind, also likes adventure. Even love likes adventure. And therefore, love has percolated through all these regions and has come to us here and is experienced even here. We experience all kinds of love. We have different expressions of love, and we divide them into compartments. We cannot equate a sexual love for somebody, attraction for somebody, with a mother's love for a child. These we have compartmentalized the expressions of love and reduced it to something that is not true love. Of course, true love is behind all this, but we have used our mind to divide it, put it into ethical channels and separated them. And that is why we are very confused. How can we use love, which has been so compartmentalized, which was completely whole? It has to pull from where it is whole. Where does love manifest in its entirety in this created world? Only in a human being whose awareness is totally at the level of totality of consciousness, total love. That is why when we are ready to go beyond the mind, we are pulled by love of God, of the Creator, as manifested in somebody who is like us but has an awareness of totality. If somebody were to ask me, why do we need a master? Why are you talking of PLMs and perfect living masters? If God is within us and we are seeking God, we don't need any outside intervention. We don't need an agent to take us to God. Why can't we go to God directly? We have feelings inside. We want to go to God. There's a simple reason why we need that. When we seek God, we separate God from ourselves. And God cannot be separated from us. We are totally at all times a part of God. When we, as individuals with mind, senses and body, want to think of God, we separate the self from God, which is an untrue statement. And that is why, if we have separated God, we separate ourselves from everybody else. We separate from each human being. We separate from nature. We separate ourselves even from our own self. This separation is being accomplished by a very small mechanical unit called the mind, thinking mind. It has caused the separation. That is why so long as we feel we are separate from God, we cannot see, be, or with God. We are separate. And the truth is we are not separate. So that is why if there is any one justification for a perfect living master to come into our life, it is this, that he represents at the same time, as a human being, he represents the love of God, pure love from totality. If he is not in a state of awareness where he is constantly, even in the wakeful state as a human being, aware of totality, he cannot help us.